Straight to the Dogs for that, AG. The Bulldogs, $500K move for 18-year-old rising Broncos star. So it is all but done. He is a Bulldog now. The Bulldogs have made another move to build towards a future, signing Karl, sorry if I pronounce this wrong, Oloapu?
Yep.
You know if that's pronounced Oloapu? After the promising Brisbane Broncos Jr. was granted an early release from his contract, the Bulldogs announced on Friday that Oloapu would be joining the club for the next 4 seasons, effective immediately. So big number for a young kid. There's a lot of been some media about him recently about being unsettled at the Broncos, which is a bit concerning for the Broncos now. I've already got written down there. They lost Tommy Leroy's son, Caden Lars, up to the Cowboys as well. So it's a bit concerning for the before we get to the Broncos side of it, Mace, the Bulldogs, you've had a bit to do with the kid today. You've got around him. Give us your thoughts on the kid, Karl Oloapu.
Karl's a very impressive young kid. For an 18-year-old to sit there and conversate with me for like at least like 20, 30 minutes just about life, about football, about his upbringing, about what, like just general chit-chat. It's hard to connect with a young kid, like especially as an 18-year-old kid. Like he just fucking knew, he understood the game, well-mannered, like he's highly, I don't know, it's very impressive.
Well, you said a couple of weeks ago that these young kids are missing it these days, and you've got a presence from him straight away.
He's got a presence, you know what I mean? Just to sit there and, it wasn't like anyone else was around. We were sitting up the other end watching the NRL side run around, and we're just talking about footy and like his upbringing and, just me giving him tips about how to stay in the game and how focused he needs to be and, like where we're moving as a club. Like at the end of the day, I said, look, kid, you're going to be here for 4 more years. If you leave in 4 years and you just say nothing, this doesn't work out, and you become a better human, we've done our job. So like we're all about making these kids better people as well as good footballers. So it's that's an important message that he needs to understand, and we actually care about him as a person, not just get the footy out of him and then just flick him if he's no good. Do you know what I mean? So like that's the culture of the club, and that's what it's always been like. So just
physically,
to sit there,
what's he looking like physically?
He's like 6'2". Yeah, I think maybe
he's a halfback.
Yeah, he's not small. Yeah, like he's probably about 100 kilo, I think, and like just a really good. Like I watch tape on him, and it's just like that skill set of like he carries a ball in both hands, the left arm palm, right palm, both feet. Both hands, spiral both ways. Like he's just a footballer. I'm not sure how.
Gus ain't throwing 500K willy-nilly.
I'm not sure what position he's going to play because he's Samoan and he could fucking grow probably 2 inches and put on 5 or 6 kilo in one preseason.
So he becomes more of a 6
and a 7, he could probably
13?
Be like a 13, like your modern day 13, like your Victor Radley's, Cam Murray's, Jake Trbojevic, because he was doing some defensive drills today. And it didn't look like he was an 18-year-old kid.
Fuck, I love that.
He's fucking cracking blokes and like great technique, stuff that, some kids are just born with good technique. And some of these drills, some of our NRL players can't really nail. And he was he did not look, I was shocked when I saw him do
know exactly
the drill.
What you're talking about without even seeing it.
Didn't even like, I was like, fuck is that? I said,
that's a new kid.
18-year-old kid. I just looked at Cyril and went, fucking hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was that sort of moment.
If you got a half that loves to fucking defend.
That's what I mean. Like he could be a modern day 13. He's big enough, but the skill set of a half and wants to hit like a truck, you know what I mean? You've got all these intangibles that he just nails and ticks. So you can see why Gus has hunted him for a fair while. And we've closed the deal. So that's the future of the club right there.
Yeah. That's massive.
We're going to build around him. And some other young players that come through the system. Yep. We're trending on the way up, and this kid, he's that sort of kid that could change. He's one of 10.
Yep.
So he's got a
guys with big families. Yeah, man. They know
big
what
family.
Like
so he's going to be driven. He's going to be. I know the drive behind it. We had a personal chat, about his upbringing, and I know where he comes from. It's very similar to mine. So that burning desire in your gut that you need to make it. He's got that. Yeah, so that's special. He was mixing it up, man. He didn't care like with the ball and everything. Like he was just fucking very